Really significant financial news story. You know, in the markets, trust and transparency are literally everything. So what happens when a massive discrepancy pops up at a prominent export company? Well, we're going to stick strictly to the facts, the reported data, and the official statements to unpack the controversy currently surrounding Rajesh Exports Limited. Let's get right into it.
Okay, just take a look at this number for a second. 15 with 12 zeros behind it. $15 trillion. Or actually, scratch that. In the Indian numbering system, it's a staggering 15 lakh crore rupees. It's a huge number, right? And what's crazy is that this isn't a national budget or a global GDP figure. It represents the sheer scale of the financial irregularities currently under the microscope. Let's look at what this number is actually tied to.
Section 1, the 15 lakh crore shock. According to the report, SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, has thrown down a very serious accusation against Rajesh Exports. They are alleging straight-up export fraud. Specifically, SEBI is claiming that Rajesh Exports deceitfully showed fake exports adding up to that mind-boggling 15 lakh crore rupees we just looked at. The whole idea here is that these inflated, fraudulent figures were allegedly used to project a financial standing that simply wasn't real. It's a really severe allegation of financial misconduct.
Moving on to Section 2, SEBI steps in.
SEBI didn't just sit back and issue a warning. No. They responded immediately with an interim order on June 3, 2026. And this order doesn't just hit the corporate entity, Rajesh Exports Limited, it goes right to the top, directly targeting the chairman and managing director, Rajesh Mehta. The immediate consequence? A temporary ban. Basically, both the company and its promoter are completely barred from conducting transactions on the stock exchanges while the investigation is ongoing. It's a hard pause mandated by the regulator until they can get to the bottom of these 15 lakh crore rupee allegations.
Section 3, the market meltdown.
Now, as you probably know, the market absolutely hates uncertainty, and it severely punishes even the hint of fraud. The second this news broke, the stock just cratered, hitting a 5% lower circuit. It dropped all the way to a low of 104.65 rupees. If you're familiar with a lower circuit, you know it means the stock dropped so fast and so hard that trading was temporarily halted at that price, just to stop a total panic. It was a really swift, brutal market reaction compared to how the stock was trading right before that June 3rd SEBI order. And honestly, it gets worse. This wasn't just a bad day for the stock. Following the SEBI order, the stock has now seen a severe 56% drop from its previous 52-week low, which it had hit back in December 2025. So, the stock was already facing downward pressure late last year, and these new allegations have essentially cut whatever remaining value it had right in half. To put the sheer scale of this value destruction into perspective, consider this. The total market capitalization of Rajesh Exports Limited has now fallen below 3,100 crore rupees. When you stack that up against the 15 lakh crore rupees of alleged fake exports, the contrast is just dizzying. The market has seriously downgraded the total worth of the entire company following the regulator's intervention. Let's look at Section 4, the company's defense. To keep things completely balanced, we absolutely have to look at the pushback from the company. And Rajesh Exports is vehemently denying this. They quickly put out a 5-point clarification regarding SEBI'S allegations, entirely denying any sort of financial fraud. On top of that, they've outright rejected all the media reports swirling around the SEBI interim order. So yeah, they are definitely not taking these accusations sitting down. So what is their actual game plan moving forward? Well, first, they officially acknowledged receiving SEBI'S June 3, 2026 interim order. They're in hiding from the regulatory action. Second, as we just discussed, they dropped that initial 5-point clarification to immediately deny the 15 lakh crore fake export claims. But step 3 is probably the most crucial for the market. In their exchange filing, they promised they'll be issuing another, much more detailed clarification very soon. Their stated goal? To completely clear the air and put an end to what they're calling unnecessary speculation in the media and the markets. Which really just leaves us with one final pivotal question. What will the ultimate SEBI investigation actually reveal? On one hand, you've got a major regulatory body temporarily banning a company's leadership over staggering allegations of 15 lakh crore rupees in fake exports. On the other hand, you have a company absolutely